the question. An electric lamp of 100 ohm, a toaster of resistance 50 ohm, and a water filter of resistance 500 ohm are connected in parallel to 220 volt source. Means these three devices are connected in parallel in a 220 volt line. What is the resistance of an electric iron connected to the same source that takes as much current as all the three appliances? And what will be the current through it? That is the question. Suppose these are the three devices. Okay, the first one is an electric bulb, the second one is
a toaster.
Okay, and the third one is water filter. They are connected in parallel. So we'll give the connection like this. These three are connected parallel. So one end of the bulb, one end of the toaster, one ends are connected together like this to a common point. Then only we can call it parallel connection. And this is water filter. That also has two wires, one live wire and one neutral. All lives are connected together and neutral lines are connected together. Okay, and from the common point here we are giving the power supply. From here we are giving the power supply. Suppose this is connected to the 2 points of the main supply, the plug. Here it is given 220 volt. So if it is connected in parallel, the total current flowing through the circuit, the main current, the main branch current, means the current here. The current drawn by each of them will be different. This will be current I1, means the electric lamp will take a current I1, the toaster will take a current I2, and the water filter will take current I3. They are in parallel, current will be different, potential all of them 220. If you add I1 plus I2 plus I3, what will you get? I equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. Now the question is saying, instead of, suppose we are disconnecting all these three from the 220 volt line, disconnecting all these three and connecting an iron box. Suppose this is iron box, and in this iron box it is connected to the same two lines. Suppose this is the live wire of that and this is the neutral wire of that. Okay, listen here. So this is the question. This is the lamp, this is the toaster, and this is the water filter. When they are connected in parallel, they have different internal resistance. Suppose we take the internal resistance of the first one, that is the lamp, as R1, and the internal resistance of this toaster as R2, and the internal resistance of this water filter as R3. These three resistors are connected in parallel, correct? So they will take different current, I1, I2 and I3. When they are operated in this 220 volt line, 220 volt is given common between this point and this point. So all of them are given 220 volt. The current flowing through the lamp we can take as I1, through the toaster we can take I2, and through the water filter as I3. When you add I1 plus I2 plus I3, that will be the total current here. Got the point?
Yes.
Now suppose we are disconnecting all these three, and instead of we are connecting only this iron box. Only the iron box is connected in the same circuit with the 220 volt line instead of all these three. That time a current will be flowing through this iron box also. Suppose I is the current flowing through the iron box. I is the current flowing through the iron box. Now the question is, if I is the current flowing through the iron box, and that current should be same as this main current. That current, the current through the iron box should be equal to the total current in this circuit. Means the total current drawn by lamp, toaster and water filter. All together, all these three devices, how much total current they drawn from the main circuit, that is I. The same current should be drawn by this single iron box. If that is the condition, then what will be the resistance of the iron box? It means indirectly they are asking what? Find out the total resistance of these three in parallel combination. Means you have to find out just the RP value. Total resistance, net resistance in parallel combination, RP. Got the point? So these resistances are given. What is R1 value? Tell me.
100 ohm.
R1 is equal to 100 ohm. You can start writing. R2 equal to how much?
50 ohm.
50 ohm. R3 is equal to, that is the water filter.
500 ohm.
500 ohm. So when these three resistors are connected in parallel, they are connected in parallel. What will be the net resistance? That we can calculate by using which equation? Okay, 1 by Rp, net resistance in parallel combination, equivalent resistance in parallel combination equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R. 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. Now from this equation, when we substitute R1 equal to 100, this one, R2 is equal to 50, this one, and R3 is equal to 500, we will get the Rp value. Okay? Got the point?
Yes, sir.
And with that Rp value, what is the net resistance we are getting here? Rp value. With that resistance, if you make an iron box, then the iron box also will take the same current as this one, isn't it? If you make an iron box with the resistance Rp, that is equal to the total resistance of these three in parallel combination, then the current in this circuit only with the iron box, both will be same. So actually what is the question? Question is actually very simple. Find out the total resistance of these three, that is the lamp, the toaster and the water heater, when they are connected in parallel. That is the question. But it is asked indirectly. Now you can solve it. 1 by Rp is equal to 1 by 100 plus 1 by 50 plus 1 by 500. 500 can be taken LCM. When we take 500 LCM, 500 by 100 will be 5, then 10, 500 by 50. 500 by 50 is 10, plus 500 by 500. 500 by this 500 is 1. That is 1 by Rp equal to 16 divided by 500. As I told you before, okay, we need Rp value. So Rp will be equal to what? Rp will be equal to, we have to find the reciprocal of this one. Rp is equal to Rp by 1. So 500 by 16. Rp will be equal to 500 by 16. The answer is 31.25. 31.25. Unit is what? Ohm.
Ohm.
Ohm is the unit. First bit answer we got. What is the resistance of the iron box? So if you make an iron box, now with this resistance 31.25, if you make an iron box, so in this iron box, suppose the coil of the iron box, the heating element of the iron box is having resistance equal to 31.25 ohm. Then when we switch on the iron box, it will take the same current as this one. And next question is, how much will be that current? What is that same current taken by the iron box and this one? Which equation we can use?
V by R.
Yeah, which R we have to use?
The RP.
RP.
Very good.
30.25.
I is equal to V by R is the equation. In that equation, I is equal to V, we have 220 volt. 220 volt is the line voltage divided by 31.25 is the resistance of both the iron box in 220 volt line in parallel combination. 7.04 unit is what? 7.04 ampere. It means when we use only the iron box, that will take, this current will be this current I will be equal to 7.04 ampere, and this current I also will be equal to 7.04 ampere. Three devices, how much total current is taken by the three devices? That much is taken by the single iron box.